Hello, this is going to be a web scraping / regular expressions video. What I've been doing is scraping a real estate site, and some of the percentages for some of the numbers which I've been collecting are in amongst text. And here we have die Courtage in Höhe von, I can't remember the rest in German, 3.57%. So as you can see, that is in the middle of a whole bunch of text. And then the one that I've just shown down, that I've called up on a web page here, 2.98%, including whatever. So we just want to pick out the numeric value followed by a percentage. And potentially you could split on the percent sign, but what if it was 10.50%? We don't actually know that there's only 3 characters. Or what if it was just 2%? We wouldn't know how many characters to work left by. So what we're going to do is we're going to parse this using regular expressions. So if you'd like to see that, let's begin. Okay, so this is one I made earlier, and I can't remember if I've shown this or not in a previous video. But what it's doing is we've got a text string here in single quotes, all those tabs and what have you, new line characters. Then we say floors, so that's our variable, equals, we're using regular expression, search. We're going to be searching for etage, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be searching for that, and then we're going to be looking to the right of it to find some numbers or a number. So let me just demonstrate this, and then we can and you see 2, and just to prove it is that if I run it again, say for instance it was 14 or 12, we only get 1. So what we need to put there is let's put a plus in on the end there, and we get 12, because that means one or more of whatever's in the square brackets. Let's just what would we get if we put 112? 112. So there we go. Okay, so that's a very quick example. Now what we would need to do is we need to let's go and get the text, which, where was it? There we go. So this is the example string which my scrapey spider is collecting. So let's just put that there, and I'm just going to call it T for text. And instead of floors, we want to call it PCT, it's percent. So let me change that, and if we run that, it should give us gobbledygook. Yes, because it's looking for etage. So instead of etage, we want to look for percentage sign. Just hash that out and see what objects we're getting from. None. We're not getting anything. Okay, it's fine. Okay, let's do 1. And it's found a match. Right. So we've got a 3 followed by a comma. So what we need to say is D. So we want 1 or more digits, because that could be a 3, or it could be a 10, or it could be a 15. So let's just run that again. So we get rid of the 1 because that's specifying we only want 1 digit, whereas if we do this, we're getting a match 3. And then we need to look for a comma. So we'll do backslash comma. And that's finding. You see down here, we've got, let me highlight it, 3, comma. And then next, we want to look for /d, and it could be 1 or it could be more decimals. So let's try and run that. And it's finding 3.57. If that was 3.577, let's just check what that would get us. And it would get us the full thing. So that's given us some freedom to go more or less on the decimals. If it was only 3.5, and if it was only 3, we would find none. Okay. So we need to think about that, because what if it's only a single number there? Ignore that. Okay, so sometime later, after a little bit of Googling, re.findAll. So we're looking for, let's change that to 10. And if we run that again, you see we've got 10, 555. So if we only had 10, run 10%. And what if we had some more numbers there? Let's just run that. Then we would also we would also be getting 333. What if we had 10.66 here? Then we would be getting 10, 66, and 33. So that's not quite what we want, because we're not going to necessarily know. That could actually be, let's get rid of that and put 66 there, and we will get the same result. So this is not quite good enough. If you watch, see, still get the same. So we need to look ahead. We need to look ahead up to the percentage sign. So let's just put in some digits there, and then we will do a look ahead. Okay, that's that wasn't very good viewing, so it wouldn't have made a great video, but hopefully what we've got here now is of some use to you. And I think with regular expressions in particular, it's a bit like drinking from a hosepipe, if you're familiar with that expression. It's just massive, the amount of combinations, and it's endless. So I don't want to put anybody off regular expressions. So really, it's I think the best way is just to learn 1 or 2 and use them regularly whilst you're getting used to them. And right, enough talking. So import re, as we've already done. You've seen this. So okay, so with find all, what it was doing was it was finding all. And what I showed there was we were getting 10, we were getting 54, we were getting 66, and we were getting 33, because we were just looking for 1 or more numbers, and that's what we found. We found all of them. Whereas with search, what we've done is, I don't know why Sublime Text makes that purple. I'm yet to work out why. I apologise if that's troubling anybody. Anyway, so you do your first group, which is the first thing you want to match. So the first thing you want to match on is \d for a digit, and then you want to find the full. You're looking for a full stop, and then you're looking for. So if I take that out, no, sorry, we get rid of that and run it again. You see, we get 54. So put that back in. Run it again, and we get 10.54. So what we're doing is we're going to the left of, we're looking for the digits to the left of the full stop. So without that, we're just finding 54, because that's what's next to the percent sign. Put the full stop back in, and then we will find 10 as well. So you see, using search, let me just move that up a bit. There we go. It's really annoying when people do videos and their output is right at the bottom and the YouTube bar goes across it, or you've got a whole massive screen and then you end up with a tiny bit of text that you're trying to see. Anyway, that's enough of my rant. So let's just move that up. Yeah, so what we've done is we're using search. We found 10.54. So what if we had 66.10? Excuse the typing. I must have pressed insert on the keyboard, I do apologise. So 10%, let's run that. And, oh, so now because we've got 2%, to be honest, for the purposes of this, we're not going to have 2 percentages on the same line. As I showed on the site, I don't know if you can see that. Where is it? Zoomed in and I've lost it. I do apologise. Here, 2.98. So that's interesting. In Europe, they separate their numbers with commas. In the UK, we use full stop. So let's run that and see what happens. And we still get it. Oh, because the full stop there actually means one or more characters. So we're still finding it, which is nice. And we're finding 10. So what that actually shows is that the full stop actually means 1 or more characters. 0 or more characters. It doesn't mean find the full stop. So yeah, hopefully this has been interesting, and yeah, we'll be back with some more stuff. So for now, I'm going to put this into my scrapey spider, and I'm going to clean up the text which is appearing in Courtage value. So what we will end up with is just a float. I was reading that you should use decimal in Python when you're dealing with money. Float is not perfect, because float can if you ever look at a long float, you'll see sort of 10.1 0.0000001 on the end, so it's never actually quite. You could have 2, you could have 10.00001 and you could have 10.00000, and they wouldn't match. Yeah, decimal, from decimal, import decimal. I read on Stackoverflow that that's kind of the recommended way to do it, but yeah, so what we're going to have now is, instead of all this, I don't know if you can see it, but here in has it gone off the edge of the screen? I do believe it has. Let me just drag it over a bit. There we go. So previously we had stuff like this, 2.38 inc MWST and so on. So now I've cleaned it up, we will just end up with oh yeah, well, we'll end up with 10 point we'll end up with 10.54. So before we go, we'd better clean that up. So let's just make our variable. Our variable will be that x equals m.group1, and then we will say replace quotes and then a comma, and then that's the first part. That's what we're looking for, and then we'll replace that with a full stop. And what else? And what have we got? We've got, let's get rid of this now, we don't need that anymore. We also need to split it because there's more stuff at the end. We're not overly worried about that. Oh. And then just do a split. We'll split on a space, and then we will say naught. Just print that. And it's not stripping the. This is not. Do we need a backslash? Nope. In fact, why don't we just, let's do this. Do replace as well. Then we will replace the % sign with nothing. There we go. So we've got 10.54 from this long line of real estate gobbledygook. Sorry, I'm not being anti-German. I'm just being anti-real estate jargon. And yeah, there we go, 10.54. So 10.54 there in the string. And there we end up with it in our variable here, which is called X. So I hope this has been interesting. Yeah, a little bit of going around the houses, but this is probably a useful one to know, really. So yeah, the D is digit. The dot means 0 or more characters, and then the plus sign, and then you've got the percentage sign in brackets, which is basically that's what you're looking for, and then that's what you're getting to the left of it. And when you use search, so that's your pattern in the quotes, and then you've got your T there, which is milk and 1 sugar. So until next time, thank you for watching, and I hope that's been interesting. And I'll put the I won't bother to put it on GitHub. I'll just put this code in the comments down below. And yeah, thanks